close contest is anticipated in the upcoming by-election in the 3 electoral constituencies for the House of Representatives. Nepali Congress, CPN-UML and Rashtriya Swatantra Party have fielded candidates with strong profile, while CPN Center has remained out of the competition. Good evening, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Candidacy registration for the April 23rd by-elections in Tanhau 1, Chitwan 2 and Bara 2 complete. CPN Center not in the race. Writ filed at the Supreme Court against the Attorney General's decision to give a clean chit to Rashtriya Swatantra Party's chairperson Ravi Lamichhane for the alleged abuse of his citizenship, hearing tomorrow. The Surat Sessions Court in India grants bail to Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in a defamation case over his 2019 remark about the surname Modi. And England women's team to swap their white shorts for blue after players voiced concerns about playing in white on their period. Wimbledon also allows women to wear dark-colored shorts from this year. Candidacy registration for the April 23rd by-elections of the House of Representatives has been complete. Rashtriya Swatantra Party's chairperson Ravi Lamichhane, Nepal Mazdoor Kisan Party's Gyanendra Praja and Rashtriya Jana Morcha's Janak Raj Sharma have registered their candidacies for Chitwan Constituency 2. In Bara Constituency 2, 17 leaders, including Janata Samajwadi Party Chair Upendra Yadav and CPN-UML's Purushottam Paudel, filed their candidacies. In Tanhau 1, Nepali Congress's Govinda Vatrai and CPN-UML's Sarvendra Khanal have registered their candidacies. The Election Commission had allocated till 5 p.m. today for candidate registration for the by-elections in Bara 2, Chitwan 2 and Tanhau 1. The by-elections have been watched with keen interest by many, considering competition among ruling alliance parties itself and the election equations that parties have formed to ensure victory. A close contest is anticipated between candidates of Nepali Congress, CPN-UML, Rashtriya Swatantra Party and Janata Samajwadi Party, while CPN Center, that leads the ruling coalition, has not fielded any candidates for the by-elections. Advocate Yuvraj Paudel has filed a writ at the Supreme Court against the Attorney General's decision to give clean chit to Rashtriya Swatantra Party's chairperson Ravi Lamichhane for the alleged abuse of his citizenship. Lamichhane had been alleged of using his Nepali citizenship to issue passport while maintaining his American citizenship. The first hearing on the writ has been scheduled for tomorrow. The Office of the Attorney General had, upon the recommendation of Nepal Police, given clean chit to Lamichhane. On 27th of January, the Constitutional Bench had scrapped Lamichhane's position as lawmaker at the House of Representatives, citing an individual with foreign citizenship was ineligible to be a lawmaker. The Supreme Court had assigned Nepal Police, among other relevant units, to conduct further investigation on the allegation. However, the District Area Police Kathmandu had recommended the District Attorney's Office not to proceed with the case. Based on the same recommendation, the Office of the Attorney General had given a clean chit to Lamichhane on the day the Prime Minister, whose Pushkamal Dhal, was to take his second-floor test. In exchange for their votes to the Prime Minister, lawmakers from Rashtriya Swatantra Party had demanded that allegations against Lamichhane be taken back. Lamichhane has now filed his candidacy once again from Chitwan Constituency 2 for the upcoming by-election. Prime Minister Pushkamal Dhal is all poised to give full shape to his cabinet by this Wednesday. The Prime Minister's political advisor, Hari Bol Gajurel, has held discussions with Nepali Congress Vice President, Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Purna Bahadur Khadka to conclude the cabinet expansion by Wednesday. Gajurel has said Prime Minister Dhal would prioritize other tasks, including his India visit. Nepali Congress, that has backed 8 ministries, has not been able to finalize the candidates for 4 ministries, as the party's leadership faction and the faction led by leader Shekhar Koirala have failed to find a consensus on the share of ministries. The Koirala faction has been claiming its stake in the remaining 4 ministries. Of the 22 ministries, including the Prime Minister's office, 6 have yet to appoint ministers. The Minister for Communication and Information Technology, Rekha Sharma, has said that the government is committed towards increasing the participation of women in the media and communication sector. Addressing the 26th General Assembly of the Sancharika Samuha, the Forum of Women Journalists of Nepal, Minister Sharma said that the sector of information technology, media and communications was developing rapidly in recent time, and added that the government was prioritizing on making media persons technology friendly. Saying that the government's policies and programs were being developed alongside the budget, Minister Sharma also urged the participants of the program to make their recommendations. She further suggested the Press Council and the Federation of Nepali Journalists to make initiatives for enhancing the skills and capacities of women journalists and media persons and to ensure their sustainable involvement in the sector. Several women journalists were felicitated at the program today. The third largest party of the federal parliament, CPM Center, is currently leading the government. The party is also heading 2 of the 7 province governments and has a strong presence in 5 province cabinets. However, despite leading the provincial and federal governments, CPM Center is alleged of failing to address its own agendas and exhibiting a dual character. Province 1 was named Koshi with majority votes last month. CPM Center had also extended its vote for Koshi as the name for the province. However, the party is now supporting the protest against the name. CPM Center has shown a dual character by issuing notices both in support and against the name of the province. This is not the first time that CPM Center has taken such a decision. The party, which has been shrinking in size in terms of parliamentary presence after each election, has been making efforts for unification with socialist forces. However, none of the efforts have materialized so far. In addition to the party exhibiting dual nature, it has also been leaving no stone unturned to retain power. Analysts are of the opinion that CPM Center has remained indifferent towards its own agendas. CPM Center considers itself the biggest contributor of the current political system. However, the recent change in political equation is one of the many evidences of the party's dual nature and affinity for power. Lumini Province Chief Minister Leela Giri has claimed that the province government is not in minority. Speaking briefly with journalists after laying the foundation stone of the 7-story commercial building being constructed by the Tulasipur sub-metropolis of Dang, Giri said that the claim of the province government being in minority was yet to be tested. Giri clarified that he would not remain in power even for a single minute if he fails to generate the vote of confidence. Giri has said that time remained for him to generate the vote of confidence and added that the sub-Article 3 of Article 168 of the Constitution of Nepal had to be followed after that. The government is in consideration of a draft of the Telecommunications Bill that has raised a few eyebrows from experts that say it reduces the jurisdiction of the Nepal Telecommunications Authority itself. Nepal's first Telecommunications Act was endorsed in the year 1997. Talks of amendments to the Act have been floating for the past 15 years. However, the efforts and official discussions have been delayed for various reasons. Amid criticisms that the Act is outdated and demands to make the telecommunications sector more competitive and reliable, the government is considering the draft that experts have pointed out will reduce the Telecommunications Authority's autonomy. Based on the proposals in the draft, Secretary at the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology will automatically be the chairperson of the authority, while the Joint Secretary will be a member of the Operators Committee of the authority. The ministry will also bring Rural Telecommunications Fund in its jurisdiction, which collects 2.15 billion rupees each year from telecom providers and has 10 billion rupees balance at the moment. The draft also proposes to establish a telecommunications development fund under the coordination of Communications Secretary, and the ministry will look after the fund's operation, budget and programs. Questions have been raised if the monitoring done by the Committee of Nepal Telecom will be fair and transparent. Talks are still on to finalize the draft. Operation of the Butwal-Tansin section under the Siddhartha Highway will be halted for 9 hours every day starting tomorrow. The road section will halt operation for 9 hours each day as construction works of a tunnelway at Siddhababa in the border region of Rupandehi and Palpa has commenced. Construction company China State Construction Engineering Corporation has begun works for a diversion as well. Considering the risks of falling of large stones and debris, the operation of the road will be halted between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. According to the Highway Security Committee, there would be no obstruction in the operation of vehicles of essential services, including the ambulances. Humla District Hospital is running short of medicines because of issues in supply. The hospital is facing the problem of shortage of medicines because of delay in supply of medicines purchased in the ongoing fiscal year and delay on the part of the province. According to the Health Service Office, the remaining medicines at the hospital will not be adequate even for 1 week if additional medicines are not supplied within a day or two. Purchased 7 quintal medicines have been left stranded at Nepalganj airport and have yet to be taken to the district. The threat of tigers has increased in the southern region of Kantipur, which borders with India. Kalasa Sarki of Punarbas, Ward number 10, Madan Tol of Kantipur was killed in a tiger attack at the Dudhua National Park of India on the 24th of March. Another woman was killed on the 31st of March in an Indian village bordering with Belori of Kantipur. Following the increasing loss of human lives because of tiger attacks, a team of armed police force, elected public representatives, media persons and local youth led by the Kunda Subdivision Forest Office, Pachkadia, has taken stock of the border region. Artists have captured the historic, archaeological and cultural attraction of Kapilvastu in their artworks. At the 3-day National Art Workshop held in Tilarakot, artists have captured the heritages of Kapilvastu in their artworks. A total of 23 national and international artists have crafted the birthplace of Buddha, his lifestyle and other heritages of the place in their canvas. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what could be the reason for a large dearth of qualified human resource in the health sector? Your options are A, ignoring public health, B, impact of exodus of human resource, and C, lack of facilities. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the international news. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail in a 2019 defamation case, and his 2-year jail sentence was paused until a decision on his appeal challenging his conviction in India. A Gujarat court will take up his appeal on the 13th of April. Gandhi, accompanied by sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and several other Congress leaders, including 3 chief ministers, approached Surat Sessions Court with an appeal to set aside his conviction over his Modi surname comment, seen to be an insult to Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi. The former Congress president need not appear in court for the next hearing. If Gandhi's conviction is not reversed, his disqualification as an MP will stand and he will be barred from contesting elections for 8 years. He has already started packing after agreeing to vacate his government bungalow. Gandhi flew to Surat with a large group of Congress leaders. Chief ministers of 3 Congress-ruled states, Ashok Gehlot, Bhupesh Baghel and Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, went with him. He met his mother, Sonia Gandhi, yesterday before his court appearance. The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP called Gandhi's visit to Surat with his sister and some party leaders as a childish attempt to pressure the judiciary. Finland's right-wing opposition National Coalition Party leader Petteri Orpo has claimed victory in the Nordic country's tightly fought parliamentary election. With 93.4% of the votes counted, his party looked set to get the most seats in the parliament, 48 out of 200 in total, and with 20.5% support among votes cast, as revealed by Justice Ministry election data. A while later, Finland's Prime Minister Sanna Marin of the ruling Social Democratic Party conceded defeat. 37-year-old Marin, the world's youngest prime minister when she took office in 2019, is considered by fans around the globe as a millennial role model for progressive new leaders, but at home she has faced criticism for her partying and her government's public spending. The National Coalition Party has led in polls for almost 2 years, although its lead had melted away in recent months. It has promised to curb spending and stop the rise of public debt, which has reached just over 70% of GDP since Marin took office in 2019. Orpo accused Marin of eroding Finland's economic resilience at a time when Europe's energy crisis, driven by Russia's war in Ukraine, has hit the country hard and the cost of living has increased. The navies of South Korea, the US and Japan will hold 2 days of anti-submarine exercises starting today to better counter North Korea's evolving nuclear and missile capabilities, South Korea's defense ministry has said. The drills will be staged in international waters of South Korea's southern island of Jeju, involving a US carrier strike group led by USS Nimitz, which had arrived in the southeastern city of Busan last week. The trilateral drills come as North Korea unveiled last week new smaller nuclear warheads about to produce more weapons-grade nuclear materials to expand its arsenal, and boasted of what it called a nuclear-capable underwater attack drone. This week's exercises will use a mobile anti-submarine warfare training target to improve the capabilities needed to detect, track and destroy North Korean underwater threats, the ministry has said. The three countries last held trilateral anti-submarine drills in September, the first time in 5 years, amid tension over North Korea's unprecedented number of missile tests. It is now time for the sports news.
Sports news.
The England women's team will swap their white shirts for blue, the Football Association English FA has said, after players voiced concerns about playing in white while on their period. Lalitpur Metropolis has provided preparation fund for 12 clubs competing in the A, B and C division leagues. Organizing a program today, Lalitpur Metropolis has provided financial support to 6 A division clubs, 2 of the B division and 4 C division sides. Domestic top-flight teams 3-star Jaolakhel, Friends, Khumaltar, Satabato and Church Boys have been provided 400,000 rupees each. The Metropolis has given 300,000 rupees each to Chassel and Brigade Boys of the B division, while C division sides Khalibari, Jhamsi-Khel, Pulchok and Sanepa have received 200,000 rupees each. Meanwhile, Lalitpur Metropolis has also felicitated 52 medal winners of the 9th National Games with cash reward. Gold medal winners have received 20,000 rupees, silver medal winners were provided 15,000, while those with bronze medals received 10,000 rupees each. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 10:30 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.